welcome to Cardiff People First Annual General Meeting and Conference 2015. Good to see you all here. Just before we get started, go through a little bit of the old housekeeping. We're not expecting a fire drill today, so if we do hear a alarm, it's for real. But don't panic, the fire exit is just over there. When you see that green light, the door is at the bottom. Fire door. Phones, please on silent or off. We always, every time we always say nice, stand and speak out, we always look at each other. Because the phone always goes off. We're not picking on you, honest. Toilets are in that corridor there. You pass them on the way in. And there's a gents, ladies, and disabled toilet all next to each other. So you can't really miss them. And that's the housekeeping done. And so now, it's been another very, very busy year. Lots of exciting things have happened with all our groups. And today they're going to tell you all about it. And not just tell, there'll be things to do as well. Because we want your opinions, because this is your Cardiff People First. We hope you enjoy the day. Before we get to the conference bit, we're going to start off with we're going to get the AGM section out of the way. And we're going to start off with reading the minutes of the last AGM, which I will do now. But I promise it won't take too long. This is the minutes from the last AGM, which was held in Wales Millennium Centre on the 28th of August 2014. Okay, who was here? Trustees were myself, Janice Partridge, Brian Thomas, Sandra O'Keefe, Margaret Howard, Lisa Pickard, Louise Triggs and Karen Jeffries. Voting members, I'm going to make this as quick as I can. Me, Janice, Brian, Sandra, Margaret, Lisa, Matthew, Matt Pennell, George Lanston, Shahid Afsar, Keith Jones, Leslie Saunders, Dawn Meredith, Peter Davis, Greg Watkins, Christina Thomas, Judy Davis, Peter Howard, Shirley Stark, Katie Key, John Stevens, Sean Marsh, Emma Baton, Nasser Adam, Martin Heffron, Jason Yap, Sal Webb, Jordan Allen, Laura Irwin, Becky Hayes, Jenny Amida, Tracy Silver, Luke Hudney, Jack Kovic, and Rachel Conway. Nearly there. Other people there were John Stevens support, Annabelle Marsh, Jenny support, Ashley Harris, where she is, Helen Delacroix, where she is, Ethan LeBray. Wow, it's amazing, I just mentioned John, look who's here. Good to see you, John. Ethan LeBray, Trina Davis, Sienna O'Donoghue, Bill Garvin, Joe Rocks, Charlotte Saunders, Councillor Cecilia Councillor Pimpin Groves, Nick McCarthy Brett, Pest Cancer Care, Rhiannon Fence, Gordon Archives, Andrew Lucas, Joyce Howard, Robert Gazelle, Charles Smitty, Douglas Covey, Joe Powell, All Those People First, Jane Advancing Matters, Bob Cookey, Sophie Lane, Kenny James, Bill Harding, Richard Reaver, Diana Garcia, Ian Johnson, Brendan Watson, Paul Linderwood, PA, Rachel Watts from Duplo, Liz Wando, Andrea Stubbs, Lou Mock Design World, Kerry Davis of Design World, Judith Majors, Manager of Public Service Centre, John Cushing of the Parents Federation, Rob Larkins, Fisher Trayman, and Kareem Phillips of C3SC. So the minutes of the last AGM, Janice read them. There were no corrections. Proposed by myself, seconded by Lisa, agreed and accepted. Accounts, Louise presented the accounts. The accounts were accepted. Louise called for Robin's accounts to be reappointed. This was agreed. Trustees standing down were Brian Thomas, Lisa Pickard, and Margaret Howard. Who wanted to be elected was Brian Thomas, Lisa Pickard, Margaret Howard, Matt Prunell, and Shahid Afsar. All were elected, and the meeting finished at 11:15. That is the minute. This after then we're asking for two people to propose and second that the minutes are a fair and true record of what happened. Sandra's proposing and Steve is seconding. Thank you. Does everyone agree that about the bundles minutes being correct? If so, please put these cards in the end. If you've got one, there should be one by you. Yeah. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Who's got that one? I'm sending it. John's that coming. That's why I'm sending it. Anybody else needs one?
So that's if you all agree. So thank you for that. If you do not agree, then put your cards up. Brilliant, thank you. Thank you, that's done. Next up we have a finance report, which is going to be introduced by Sandra.
The finance report is going to be I'm going to do it after the partial charting now.
Hello. It's because I knew there's lots of counting. Nobody else likes the sevens. In your pack, yeah, you've got to think about money. I can see people have. The thing that tells you about the money.
Yes, I will.
Yeah. Most of that sheet there is really quite hard to read and a bit boring, but it is our proper accounts. So if you want to look at it, if you want to take it somewhere, if you want somebody to explain it to you, no problem. You've got it there. What I've done on the front page is just like kind of make it a bit shorter and easier to understand. I've taken out all the interesting bits. So I'll just read through it and then I'll ask if anyone's got any questions about it. Okay. This is the money that we had from April in 2014 till March 2015. So in total, we had £198,252 given to us. We had £51,190 in the bank at the time. That totals £249,442. What we spent was £239,482. So at the end of March, we had £9,960 in the bank. Now, that doesn't always tell you a lot about what money we got and what money we were given, because sometimes we get given money the month before that we have to spend the month after, or the year before we have to spend it the year after. So I've gone through all the different bits that we've spent it on as well, so you can understand that. So, standing up, speaking out real lives, they spent £38,669. So that's cheering them on. This one came from C3SC, Cardiff 3rd Sector Council, through their Co-Creating Healthy Change project. It's quite hard to tell if anyone can hear me properly at the back. Do I sound okay? Yeah? Everyone at the back? Right. Okay. Steps to Success spent £35,059. Most of this came from DWP, that's Department of Work and Pensions. £3,342 of it came from Cardiff Council, from our overall funding. Community Voices spent £35,059. Oh no, sorry, read the number one. No. Community Voices spent £37,788. Most of this came from the Heritage Lottery Fund. £7,032 came from our main funding from Cardiff Council. Pink Ladies spent £16,892. £707 came from the Lloyds TSB Foundation. £11,344 came from Comic Relief. And £4,839 came from Cardiff Council. Men in Black spent £10,187. £1,194 came from the Lloyds TSB Foundation, and the other £8,993 came from Cardiff Council. The Golden Oldies spent £14,879. £1,023 came from the Lloyds TSB Foundation. £4,818 came from the Cardiff Neighbourhood Partnership Funds. We had money from the East one, the West one, the South West one and the North one. £9,037 came from Cardiff Council. Parents First spent £31,491. Most of this came from Advocacy Matters through their big lottery project. £987 came from Cardiff Council. Reduce, Reuse, Recycle spent £19,464. £12,000 came from Environment Wales. £1,725 came from Awards for All Wales. And £5,739 came from Cardiff Council. Training spent £20,133. £20,114 came from Cardiff Council, and then the extra £19 came from our reserves, that's our savings. There are other costs that we spend out and then people pay us back for, and we spent £14,917. We had £5,716 back already, and then £9,201 was owed, and some of that came in just after this, so it's coming in this year now. Other money paid to us, that's things like donations and membership fees and training fees. We got £3,028, and all of that can go into our savings, we can spend it on what we like. Okay, I know there's a lot of numbers and a lot of sums, but has anybody got any questions? Margaret? Margaret was just asking about if some of that money will go back into Parents First. This was the money that finished in March 2015. So Parents First had £31,491 that year. When the parents' funding came to an end, we got together, our trustees made a decision that because we didn't really have much going on, there weren't very many parents involved, they decided not to look to continue it at the moment.
Will it go
often our projects run for a long time, don't they? That project ran for 3 years, and then it came to an end. We've got lots of things to show for it, as we'll see this afternoon. Okay. Any more questions? Any questions about any of the other things in there? Any of the songs? Training, did you want me to go over that again? Well, training spent £20,133. Most of that came from Cardiff Council. Yeah?
We asked to item we've been having a conversation, we are going to get some more stuff.
Matthew's saying that Men in Black are still looking for money. They spent 10,187 in that last year, and they're probably going to spend the same again this year. Okay? Everyone? Yeah. But all of these projects, in the afternoon now at the conference, you're going to hear a bit more about what they do and how they do it. Well, most of you are members of most of them anyway, so you all know it. Okay, that's the report on the money. What we need to do is to have a vote on whether you accept the accounts. Does everyone agree it?
You all happy with that?
Yes.
You all happy with what?
If you're happy, please switch.
You all against?
I'm on it.
Oh, this is council.
You come to me and I come to you. You put that to me. Put in my head for me. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
That's nice, Steve.
14.
People like it.
Okay, should we do a double count? You count as high as you can, and the worst count as
Yes,
well.
you can.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, oh gosh. Right, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Well, that's Lisa. 18.
Anyone against?
If you don't agree, you can't speak.
Three against. Do not agree.
If you voted already, you can't.
If you do not agree, vote.
Okay, so that's 1. 2. Don't agree? Margaret's claims she doesn't.
Only one. That's true. That's true.
So that's 16 voted yes.
It's to disagree. Disagree.
And the next thing to decide is our accountants, who have been working for us for very many years now, and always do a good job preparing the accounts. Their name is Robbins Accountants. Do we agree that we ask them to do our accounts next year as well? If you agree, put your hands up.
Agree with your hand up.
These are given to you, you're back to the middle. You go with the trustees now,
1, 2, Two more. 17. Right, 17. 17. Alright, 18 then. 18.
18.
Yeah, 18.
Anyone against? Please? Lisa?
I agree.
Anyone against?
No.
Nobody?
It's a breeze.
Cool.
That's amazing.
That's cool, really.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra and Ashley. Before we go on to the next bit, I'd like to say a very warm welcome to our friends from Building First over there. We've got Chris and Mark and Jordan. Good to see you all. And also, welcome to Ian from Newport as well. Good to see you as well. So, more of that. It's great to see our friends from fellow people coming down as well. It's always good to see you.
Yeah, just fly away because I got my shoes on. In the next time I'm back, watch out.
Now we get on to trustees. So I will hand you over to our secretary, Miss Janice Partridge.
Hello, clever Mary. We are 3 trustees from other years standing down. Louise Triggs, Margaret Howard and Karen Jeffries. And they all worked really well with us when they were trustees. Why I'm stepping down is I can't make a fully committed to Cardiff first at the moment because I haven't been very well and I'm getting older now. But next year, yes, I'd like to go back on. But you've been so very, very supportive to me. And I just want to say thank you to all of you, for all my friends and the trustees. Thank you very much. And I'll get back on next year.
On behalf of our fellow trustees, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to Margaret for all the hard work he's done as a trustee. Margaret's been a member of Cardiff First for a blooming long time. and everyone here knows what an amazing person you are, and it's great to know you, and we wish you all the very best for the future. And hopefully one day you'll be back as a trustee.
I'll be back next time.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Right, so on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I want to wish the very best for Margaret, Karen and Louise, who have all done brilliantly for us as trustees. We really appreciated all their hard work and all their commitment. We wish them all the very best for the future. My Margaret's not running it, but she's still a member. Whether you like it or not, whether you like it or not, you're staying. Serious business now. When we become trustees, we're there for 2 years, and after 2 years, some of us will step down. And the 3 who have to step down this year are Janice, Sandra, and myself. So from this point on, I have to hand you over to Shahid, and he will tell you about the voting.
this is about voting for the trustees. Does everybody have one of these? These are all the people who want to be elected. If you think you want them on your committee, put a tick next to the name. You can take as many as you like. You can take one or none or any of them.
They're all going to tell you why they want to be trustees, so you know if you want to vote for them or not.
Well, I've been in Cardiff since 2005. I've been here 10 years. I've been a trustee for the past, probably 6 years, and I just think Cardiff is such a great place to be, and it can be even better with all our house as trustees. I care so much about Cardiff and everyone in it, and if I can still be a trustee and chairperson, I will continue to fight every day for our name to be heard across not just Cardiff but the world. We've got over 1,000 likes on our Facebook page. I want to push it up to 2,000, 3,000, 1 million. But most of all, guys, I want to help you all have your say. It's all about standing up and speaking out. We are a self-advocacy group. That means speaking up and stand up and speaking out for yourselves. I vow to do whatever I can to help us all have a better life. That's why we go to Cardiff first, because we want to be not just accepted but respected. We are people, just like anyone else. And it's high time people realize, people outside, a lot of people outside, those in power, supposedly, start to respect us a damn lot more than they do. So, please go. Thank you.
Hello, I have been a trustee for 6 years and I am going now to step down and give someone else a chance. Or there might be a chance to be elected that one, I just don't know yet. I would like to be elected back on. Thank you.
I've been a trustee for 24
about six. And I'd like to be back on if I can. Thank you.
Andrew wants to be elected.
Andrew?
Hello, welcome everybody. My name is Andrew. I want to work for the trustee. And all of members of staff have been so lovely and so beautiful and gorgeous. I know I make them all blush today. No, I know. But the members, I like to work for the members because they are my true friends in Cardiff. It has changed up my life completely. And I like working with standing up and speaking out, and the men in black as well. And I also like working with the barbecue real life as well. I am forgotten there. And also, I like working with all our staff, including our Jan as well. And also the lovely Ashley as well. And also, I like going out with the group as well. Because we're in Hampton in the pub as well, in Victoria Park pub. And I like all the staff plus the group as well. That's why I want to come as a trustee.
I'm Anne. I want to become a trustee because I go to a lot of meetings outside Cardiff People First, and I want to make everyone proud of me as well. I like to speak for everybody in Cardiff People First as well, and get their voices heard outside as well. I'm also working with a night union. I go on protests with them. I've done a load of courses with them. I just done a course for people that get sanctions for job centres. So I got a course for that as well. Okay, thanks.
Okay, just to remind everyone, those forms, I can't show you because it's filled in. The forms, if you are a member of Cardiff People First, you should have a form. Has everyone got a form if you're a member? Yeah? If you are not a member, you shouldn't have a form. Please don't vote. Lisa, to be honest, would you take the box around and get people to put it in? You can tick no people, one person, 2, 3, 4 or 5. It's up to you. You have to decide if you think that they made a good speech and they should be on the committee.
Check